I'm so thrilled to see each and every one of you here this evening, and to kick off our night and to celebrate these extraordinary women, our 2016 Woman of the Year and finalists. I would like to introduce and welcome all of you. The managing editor of the Daily Journal will start our evening, Mr. Dimitri Kalantzis. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to the third annual Woman of the Year celebration, and I want to say thank you very much to Rachel Reynolds-Susi and Stacy Barkley for inviting me. I'm very honored. I'm going to pull some notes out that I made and jotted down while I was thinking about it when I was talking to Judge Kathy Bradshaw Elliott, who was incidentally peppering me about my recent marriage incessantly. And I remember just real briefly when I was up at the altar and I was really nervous, as I slightly am right now, and my brother notices it and he jogs up to the altar and he says, Dimitri, nobody's here for you, so don't be nervous. And it worked. So really, nobody is here for me. So I'm really going to say a few words about community and this community, and really that's what we're here for. And I'm very honored to be among a group of, especially among a group of women who epitomize community. And what this community in particular has achieved in a particularly tough time. It's not only that among us are people who have realized tremendous success, but that none of you sat on your laurels or sandbagged your success waiting for a better tomorrow. Instead, you connected with one another, spending even more time away from your homes and your families, charting a path for even better days. Leaders, true leaders, realize that they've not succeeded until they blaze that trail for tomorrow's leaders. As I said, you have all built or joined small networks established by your peers, past and present. But tonight you took even more time away from the comfort of your home and your family. Game 2 of the Cubs in the World Series, which incidentally starts in 2 minutes. Don't worry about it, you'll get updates throughout the night. And in coming tonight, really, you've said that you've welcomed the Daily Journal, which I very much appreciate, we all do. And you've said that the Journal and Yes Magazine are an important connecting point, a vital meeting ground. Let's continue to join together. Let's never stop the work we've all put into it already, and let's never forget how we got here. So, thank you very much again. Enjoy the evening, and I'd like to introduce now Sally Hendren, Vice President of Finance for Small Newspaper Group. Have a great night.
That was terrific. Thank you so much, Dimitri. We're so grateful to you for the wealth of talent and knowledge that you bring every day to the pages of the Daily Journal. And I couldn't be happier for you and your new bride as you make Kankakee County your home. Ladies, this charming and bright young man from Brooklyn has just married the sweetest young woman from Wisconsin, and I'm determined to make a Midwesterner out of him. Welcome to all of you for our third annual Woman of the Year, and what a group we are today. This is amazing. It's been our privilege to provide you, our readers of Yes, this wonderful event. We take great pride in a value statement that we hold dear at the Journal, and that statement is, if it matters to you, it matters to us. And your participation tonight is certainly telling us that yes matters to you. Thank you very much. In bringing a night like this forward, there's a core group of outstanding women in this community who value the importance of recognition of other women and have supported this event since its conception. We would like to recognize you, so if you would stand when your name is called, I'd really appreciate it. First, Nina Epstein, our wonderful and conscientious mayor. Nina has served on the Yes Nominating Committee and was a former finalist herself. Nina? Second, a personal favorite of mine, Kathy Boykin, president of Municipal Bank. A role model for all women with her incredible determination and strong belief in you can do anything you put your mind to. Kathy has been a trusted member of our nominating committee and a finalist herself to this award. Next, we have the wonderful Mary Thompson, last year's finalist and a 3-year member of this committee. Mary simply stays true to her own core value to make a difference. And because of this, there isn't a local organization that hasn't benefited from Mary's service to them. Next, Mary Kay O'Brien, Woman of the Year in 2014. Who serves with such integrity on the appellate court, the Illinois appellate court, and continues to offer her support and her unbelievable support of this award. Gwen Hopkins, a 2015 finalist, who brings a positive, can-do spirit to any initiative she takes part in. Thank you, Gwen. To all of you, on behalf of our owners, our management, and of course, yes, we thank you. Before I introduce our speaker tonight, which I am just so delighted to be doing, as working women, I had a moment to reflect on a couple of things that we all share. We all share in a sense of responsibility to ourselves, to our jobs, to our families. But tonight we are honoring a remarkable group of women who all possess an abundant and very important quality of resilience. Resilient women are not brought down by challenges or setbacks. Instead, they thrive on them because it brings new learnings and new opportunities. A quality speaker certainly knows about abundance. And I've had the opportunity to know our speaker tonight since she was a child. And when I called her to ask her to join us this evening, I had a flashback, and it happened right here at the club pool. We were children, and I think it's very indicative, even as a child, that this young lady was destined for great things. But let me tell you this story, because it certainly included myself and some friends. So we were the older swimmers, and we decided one day that we'd come up with this great idea that we would flip the raft of the youngsters. Well, it wasn't such a good idea, because we quickly heard tears and mommy this and mommy that. But when we flipped Lindsay and her sister, they laughed and laughed and laughed, and they were begging for us to do it again. Outlasting her intruders with laughter. It was obvious to so many of us then that this child was more than just a resilient, strong woman. She could tackle just about anything. Lindsay, thank you for being with us. We look forward to hearing your insights on women and resilience.
Hello everybody, I'm Lindsay Parkhurst, former swimmer at the Kankakee Country Club. I'm an attorney in town. I grew up in Kankakee. I was excited when Sally asked me, giving me the chance to talk to women about women and resilience. My generation was, you can be whatever you want to be. It doesn't matter that you're a girl. After I got out of law school, my first major job was at a big law firm in Chicago. And to my amazement, The most opposition that I had was from women in senior positions in the law firm. It was a different generation. They had to make it in a man's world. Life was tough for them. They would not let it be easier for you. They wouldn't cut you another break. I vowed never to be that person. Life is too short. This was my first step towards resilience. The dictionary defines resilience as the ability of an object to spring back into shape, elasticity, the capability to recover quickly from difficulty, toughness. Resilience to me has three parts: rise up, reach back, and realize. Rise up in whatever you do, inside or outside of the home, at work or at play, and in the community, and harness your passion and execute it with purpose. Reach back. Help another woman. Extend your hand and help them cross the finish line, personally or professionally. Realize. Pull up a chair and take a seat at the table. Don't sit by the wall and just listen. Be present and accounted for. There is nothing on the sidelines. Be a player in the game. Resilience requires a positive attitude. To me, the glass is always half full. Resilient women, as Sally said, are not brought down by challenge or setbacks. They accept them as new ways to learn and grow and improve. So what makes a woman resilient? Well, first of all, look around this room. But to me, I summed it up in 10 points. The first thing I think is commitment and consistency. Resilient women have a routine and plan ahead. They have a method of how they do things and a plan on how to do it, whether it's doing the laundry, planning a vacation, or preparing a lesson plan. Use your routine and plan to focus on one or two goals and achieve those goals. The second thing is flexibility and perseverance. Resilient women find different ways to overcome challenge. You have more control if you're flexible and have the grit to see the job done. If you only have one strategy, then you're not adequately prepared. Persevere. Giving up is the easy way out. Stick to it and get it done. The third thing is to embrace failure and move on. Resilient women don't have a pity party. Resilient women view failure as a learned outcome. They don't dwell on it and don't continually relive the past. If you view failure as a learned outcome, it does three things for you. One, it stops the fear of failure, and it stops inaction in the future. Two, it analyzes the lesson, learn from the failure. What went wrong and why? And C, it helps you put the lesson to positive use in the future, to create new outcomes so you don't keep recreating the same failures. The fourth thing is passion and purpose. Know what you're passionate about and make your passion your purpose. You can't have one without the other. Without purpose, there is no driving force, and without passion, there's no spark to create the driving force. Resilient women thrive on their passion and purpose. They never tire of working on it, whether it's making quilts or saving lives. What is the fire in your belly and how do you channel it? Let go. Embrace change because change is inevitable. Be optimistic, but be realistic in your optimism. What may work today may not work tomorrow. It is certain that life brings sudden change and roadblocks. Be confident in your coping skills to face change and move forward. You need to be able to let go and move forward. If you don't, the world will pass you by. Appreciate your life. Resilient women are strongly appreciative of what they have in life when challenged. We all feel overwhelmed and worried. Resilient women are not paralyzed by worry. Resilient women don't let challenge shut them down. Resilient women usually have two thought processes when challenged. One, finding solutions. How do I solve this problem? And two, recounting and remembering everything they appreciate in life. This allows them to reset and reframe the worry and fear into a positive attitude, giving them the ability to deal with the problem and enact a solution. 7, which was my dad's favorite, equanimitas. Stay balanced. Remain calm. Never let them see you sweat. It is never 100% bleak and it's never 100% positive. Seek the middle ground so you can see all the possibilities. This will give you the optimism to make it better, because we can make it better. Number 8, I figured out, was self-reliance and self-esteem. Resilient women believe in themselves. Be realistic in this belief, but if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Remember your past challenges and remember both your successes and your failures from those challenges. Self-esteem is earned through personal accomplishment in the face of a challenge. The Nike ad says, just do it. But no, I think Nike got it wrong. For a resilient woman, the slogan is, I did it and I can do it again. Live with yourself. Resilient women are comfortable in their own skin. Know yourself. Know that if necessary, you can go it alone. Take a course of action that may not be popular, but a course of action that you believe in. And finally, excellent communication skills. Resilient women listen. They observe body language. They communicate in a style that relates best to each individual person. They build a rapport with other people. Once you recognize that you are a resilient woman, maintain that resilience. Take care of your health. Put on your oxygen mask first, otherwise you won't be any good to anybody else. Seek and give support to others, especially helping another woman cross that finish line. Remain energized, stay involved, and keep doing the things that interest you. So to end where I began, rise up, find and harness your passion and purpose. Reach back, help another woman make it. This will be rewarding more to you than it will actually help the other person. And realize and maintain your resilience. The one thing that I've learned in life, and the one thing that anchors me, is you don't need to change who you are. You need to be who you are. So to the women tonight, congratulations on everything you do and for your resilience. Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay. And for those of you that haven't been checking your smartphones, Cubs are up 1-0 top of the fifth. At this time, I would like to introduce our 2015 Woman of the Year winner, Rebecca McBroom, to say a few words about our finalist this evening, Carol Franke. Rebecca.
What fun this is to be in this room full of fabulous women and men, gentlemen as well. I'm honored to be a part of this group. I do have to tell you a little something funny about thinking about being the best, because we all want to be the best, and we're nominating women who we think are the best at what they do. My son coaches my grandson in soccer. Jack is 7, and he said, "Dad, am I the best soccer player on the team?" And my son said, "Well, Jack, it's not so important that you're the best soccer player on the team. It's important that you're the best Jack you can be." And Jack said, "That's easy. I'm the only Jack on the team." So I give my son all the credit, but my grandson's got it. He got it. Anyway, so nice to be able to introduce Carol Franke to this group tonight. You don't need to be introduced to Carol. I'm sure you all know her. She runs circles around me and has been for the past 20-some years that I've known her. We started off on Pledge for Life, and then we split off of that into a subcommittee of the Can I Help, which is this enormous resource directory that we worked long and hard on and developed policy councils and bylaws and all those kinds of things. And since then, there's not too many meetings I go to that she isn't there. But I have to say this, she's just not a busy person jumping from meeting to meeting. There is not a disingenuous bone in her body. That's Carol. Carol is the one, she is there to help, and she's only on those boards and those committees for that reason. And she loves this community, and this community loves her back, and I'm very happy to introduce Carol.
Congratulations, Carol, and thank you, Rebecca. Carol Franke, our Yes Magazine 2016 Woman of the Year finalist.
Good evening. Thank you, Rebecca, for those very, very kind words. Thank you. Thank you for that. I want to thank the Yes Magazine and the Journal and the nominating committee for this recognition and for this wonderful event and all of you here this evening. I'm so grateful, and at the same time I'm overwhelmed to be honored along with these outstanding and vibrant women that are here this evening. My parents are no longer here on this earth, but they had a very strong influence in my life, teaching me that we each have the responsibility of making a difference during our time here on earth, and in developing my own personal belief that everyone working together can truly make a difference in his or her communities. And my favorite quote that exemplifies this belief is from a woman, Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. So I would like to acknowledge my daughters Laura and her husband Marty Fay, Deborah and her husband Jim Thornton, my son Stephen, and wife Lisa, who are here with me this evening. I truly could not have accomplished my goals of making a difference without their ongoing encouragement, support, and love. And I also thank each and every one of you in the audience for your commitment and support of our community. I am so proud of all the collaborations and diverse groups that I am and have been part of, but I fully realize, as my favorite philosopher, poet, and author, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "It is one of the most beautiful compensations of life that no man or woman can sincerely try to help another without helping themselves." So all of this working together in collaboration with my family, with friends, the community for shared goals has truly led to a beautiful life. So I thank you again for this honor, and I cherish it with a thankful heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol, for those inspiring words. It's my pleasure to introduce now our 2015 finalist for Yes Magazine Woman of the Year, Mary Thompson.
I'm vertically challenged. Thank you, Stacy. It's my pleasure to introduce a very good friend of mine, a former co-worker, and someone who I believe exemplifies Mahatma Gandhi's statement that we should be the difference that we want to see in the world. Marsha Lloyd is that kind of person. She's been in banking business for 42 years. I asked her how she started. I think she started when she was 3. Because she can't possibly be that old. I called her today and threatened her with what I might say about her if she didn't give me food for thought. I was going to stand up here and tell you that she's a pole dancer. Can't you just see Marsha doing that? But instead she gave me good stuff. As I said, she's been in the banking industry for 42 years. Charles Stinson, and some of you who have been in this community for a long time remember him. He's the one that's responsible for getting her into banking. And the reason he wanted her to get into banking was because of her strong people skills. She definitely has that. She is a person who loves working with people and helping people solve their problems. She is also the mother of 3 children. Unfortunately, one is deceased, and the grandmother of 2 beautiful grandchildren that have joined her tonight. Both her children are also here. She loves to read And she particularly enjoys devotionals and mysteries when she has the time. She used to love to sew. She was telling me that she used to make a lot of Kelly's clothes. Kelly's her daughter. She even made prom dresses and homecoming outfits. That is quite some sewing, Marcia. I asked her what her philosophy of life is, or not so much of life, but of success. And she said, peace of mind, loving others, being comfortable where you are today. And she said it doesn't have anything to do with money or necessarily accomplishments, but just being comfortable, living each day for what it has to offer and making the most of it. And that is Marcia. I worked with her for a little over 4 years in the banking industry, which is not for me. And she was always an encourager. She always helped you. She had your back. If something wasn't going right, Marcia helped you make it right. So it's my great pleasure to introduce Marcia Lloyd.
Thank you, Mary, even for pole dancing. Wow, I am deeply touched and honored to receive this award. I offer my sincere thanks to the Daily Journal, to Yes Magazine, Rachel, and the nominating committee for selecting me a finalist for Woman of the Year. I could not be more grateful or pleased to be here accepting this award with so many amazing women. Mary has given you a good narrative of my life, and so therefore I'm just going to share a few words with you. My career is built on many activities in collaboration with many people. There are those who set an example for me to follow, who taught me to respect the commitment I was making, and who insisted that I always strive to do my best. These people are first my family, which my daughter, my son-in-law, my grandchildren, my son and my granddaughter are here. And I have a brother and a sister and some cousins over here. I have them all over the place. These people are first my family and my extended family and my pastor, my church family, and my friends. You have supported me during difficult times, cheered me on, encouraged me, prayed for me, and prayed with me. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me your time and being here to participate with me this evening. I've always been proud of my 40 years in banking, and Mary said 42, I said 40 plus. Banking absolutely serves a need in the community. I joined Municipal Bank in 2010 and worked with a great team of people. And I am so proud that they're here celebrating with me tonight. We have 2 tables over here. They didn't tell me they were coming. And I'm just honored and pleased to have you participate with me tonight. I find banking rewarding in helping people realize their dreams of home ownership. I get to sit down and have face-to-face conversations and build a lasting relationship by offering them the kind of service I would expect for myself. So I want to thank Kathy and the Municipal Bank for being strong supporters of this community and allowing me to serve. One does not decide to engage in volunteer service in order to gain recognition. One does it first and foremost to help others or to promote a cause, be it protecting children from abuse, advocating against sexual and domestic assault, empowering women, working to eliminate racism, or protecting and supporting our elderly. It's a matter of having a passion for helping people to find the means to take control of their own lives. It is granting them power to enrich their lives and help them to find hope. The ingredients of my social and professional commitment are faith in the capacity of people to take action for their own future. As the author Micheline Goulet has said, and I quote, "Each one of us needs to give energy freely to something which strengthens our ties in our community." Giving oneself is more than a responsibility. It's a privilege, and it's evidence of your faith. When you submit to something larger than yourself, you will realize your true potential, finding real happiness and fulfillment through service to others through your work, your church, and your community. For me, a favorite scripture in the passage from Galatians chapter 5, in which the Apostle Paul calls on us to live by the Spirit, therefore producing his fruits of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, goodness, and self-control. I daily ask God for common grace that all those wonderful qualities be developed in me. And although I'm deeply flawed, I aspire to find those same qualities in everyone I meet, regardless of their culture or background. When you choose to develop these qualities as part of your own life's journey, you will find that your deepest joy comes from sincere, unselfish service to your community and to humanity. Thank you so very, very much for this award. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, Marcia. At this time, please join me in welcoming Yes Magazine 2015 finalist, Gwen Hopkins.
I'm not quite as vertically challenged as you may. Thank you, Stacy. As I introduce Rhonda Thomas, I would like to talk to you about what I think is the most stunning quality about Rhonda, and that is her leadership. When I first met Rhonda, she was very quiet, reserved, just wasn't ready to take on too much, but was very willing to watch. As I thought about how she evolved her leadership skills over time, it occurred to me that Rhonda is a keen observer of people. And through the work environments that she's had throughout her career, through the volunteer opportunities that she has sought in our community, in each and every instance, she observed. Like that. And not so much. I'm going to incorporate that if ever I have a chance. And I think all of the things that Rhonda participated in, she integrated, picked those things that she thought would work for her. And how could she take those skills that she observed in other people, and when her turn came, she would make the way to be an exemplary leader. So I have to tell you, it's been fun to watch her evolve. This is a woman who feared public speaking. This is a woman who wasn't sure that she would be capable of taking the leadership role. And I can tell you, she is a wonderful, wonderful example of all of those things. She is not afraid of a challenge. More importantly, she's not afraid to ask about what she doesn't know, or to turn to somebody who may have preceded her or who may have experience with what she needs to know. And I think those are sincerely very commendable characteristics in a remarkable leader. So with that, I am just so proud to tell you this woman has evolved into the stunning leader that she is today, and it's my very deep privilege to introduce Rhonda Thomas. Yes Magazine, the qualities that brought her to where she is today, and she so deservedly has earned this award. Rhonda?
introduction. I'd like to thank Yes Magazine and the Daily Journal for this immense honor, and especially thank you to Rachel Reynolds, Susie, Mary Hall, and Stacy for your efforts on this great event and putting together this wonderful magazine. We appreciate the honor that we're given here tonight on behalf of Carol and Marcia, who are both wonderful examples of volunteerism and truly deserving of this recognition, and honestly very inspiring to me. I've had the honor of working with both of you on various committees and agencies, and I can't tell you how inspired I am by the work that you both do. I also want to acknowledge a few other people, and please indulge me while I do that. I want to acknowledge the previous winners of the Women of Achievement, or I'm sorry, Women of the Year, Yes Magazine's Women of the Year, the Honorable Mary Kay O'Brien, Rebecca McBroom, the finalists from 2015, Mary Thompson and Gwen Hopkins, the finalists from 2014, Dr. Janera Walters, Kathy Boykin, and Mayor Epstein. You are all amazing, and I am just humbled to be counted among you. I would like to thank Bruce Bickstein for adding me to your team at David Bruce Auto Center, and your guidance and support for the past 28 years. It's been a privilege to work for you. I'd like to thank my family for their support. My parents, Margaret and Paul Mickey, and my sister Kay is here tonight with me as well. I thank you for being here today. My husband, Ken Thomas, who has patiently let me be involved in the things that mean so much to me. And with Sylvia Thomas, as his mother, he knows nothing else. So he is not surprised by having someone out in the community doing things that are important and worthy. Sylvia, your example in telling me 12 years ago that I needed Zonta in my life was life-changing. I thank you for that. And speaking of Zonta, they're throughout the room. My Zonta family and sisters, I can't thank you enough for the support that each one of you amazing and passionate women provide to me on a daily basis. I think that each one of you are worthy of receiving this award, and I can't thank you enough for your patience and understanding, as I have looked to most of them for guidance many, many times. In Zonta, we're encouraged to enthusiastically say yes when we're asked, and Gwen did ask, ironically, that she was the person who was on the nominating committee many years ago when they asked me to consider leadership. I said yes, not as much enthusiastically, but more a leap of faith, and I appreciate the support that I have gotten to accomplish the important things that our club has been able to do. And I close by simply saying that when you're given a leap of faith, take it, because you never know where it's going to lead you. Thank you.
Congratulations to Rhonda Thomas, Yes Magazine 2016 Woman of the Year. Wow, I have goosebumps. I'm so honored and privileged to be a part of the Yes Magazine team. And I want to acknowledge some individuals who may have been recognized already this evening, but without them, tonight wouldn't be possible. The behind the scenes, the day-to-day effort that goes in to making not only this event, but the magazine happen. And that is our editor, Rachel Reynolds Susie. Representatives and media consultants that every single day support me. They're fabulous women. They're there for me without question. Rhonda Olachowski. Liz Madsen, Gina Harpin Holmes, and every single day, the face of the Daily Journal, delight, energetic, fabulous, positive Shalon Graves. Thank you to the management team, to the Small family, Rob Small, Rebecca Small, and to our treasurer of S&G, Small Newspaper Group, and our leader, Sally Hendren. Thank you. Thank you so much for attending this evening. Please continue to enjoy some cocktails and some fellowship with one another. I would ask that the finalists and winner families and co-workers, if you would like to have pictures, please join us up in the corner here. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I love you all.